Welcome back to TechnoSage YouTube channel. So we have some reviews of RTX 4070 Super, which was launched 2 weeks back. And yeah, I am late for this video, but yeah, RTX 4070 Super is basically more powerful compared to RTX 4070, and it essentially in some games, in not some games, but in average, it is not as powerful as 4070 Ti in pure rasterization. Also 7900 XT in pure rasterization, but in gaming, in some games, it just destroys. It comes not destroys, but it comes close to RTX 4070 Ti, which is nice to see. RTX 4070 Super is almost on par with RTX 4070 Ti. In Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, it's less powerful compared to 7800 XT, but yeah, in most of the scenarios, RX 7800 XT is destroyed by RTX 4070 Super. As you can see in gaming, it is almost similar to that of RTX 4070 Ti, which has already been replaced by RTX 4070 Ti Super, which has already been launched and you can buy it. But yeah, and in ray tracing, essentially, it destroys RX 7900 XTX in ray tracing. RTX 4070 Super destroys RX 7900 XT and XT in ray tracing, which is to be expected because Nvidia knows how ray tracing works, and they were the first persons who who adopted ray tracing technologies and pushed the industry towards that way. So yeah, it is to be expected. But yeah, it's nice to see our RTX 4070 Super. And RTX 4070 Super is the only graphics card which got increase in core counts, RAM, and everything else. So it is to be expected in this scenario. But yeah, RTX 4070 Super totally worth buying it at this given point of time. If you are planning to buy an 4070 graphics card, go with 4070 Super. Don't buy 4070 at all. Go with 4070 Super. It's a nice card. And essentially you are getting it at 600 bucks, and in some countries it's going for 5% less compared to the retail price. So you can already get RTX 4070 Super at less than the retail price, which is awesome to see. And I'm excited about it. But yeah, RTX 4070 Super is here. It's the course count is increased and also stuff like that. So overall, I will recommend you RTX 4070 Super. In some games, it destroys 1700 XTX, which is 900 bucks card. Total analysis: AMD's RX 1700 XT model approach a 700 mark, which is to be expected in some. For example, XT has an offers where ASRock's Phantom Gaming is 710 bucks, XFX Speedster is same, Sapphire Pulse is same, Power Color Rebound is 720, S-Rock Phantom Gaming is 720. It is to be expected because RTX 4070 Super is going toe to toe with RX 7900 XT. So it is to be expected. Also, lastly for today, Patriot is developing DDR5 RAM that will run at 6400 mega transfers per second. Essentially, DDR5 RAM works only at 4800 mega transfer per second, and IJEDC is the organization that is responsible for laying the foundation for RAM clock speeds and timing for decades. So, in case of DDR5, Patriot Group is developing a DDR5 stick that pushes this to 6400 mega transfer per second. And yeah, AMD's Ryzen 7000 supports 5200 as of now, but yeah, the problem is that those speeds, the integrated memory controller has to run faster than it's designed to cope with, and there's quite a lot of variation in these qualities of IMCs. That's why they are not able to do at 64 mega transfer per second. But Patriot is saying like this works involves creating RAM stick that will run at 6400 even if the IMC is unstable at that setting. It's not magic, it's just engineering, or more specifically, the use of something called client memory clock driver, or CKD for short. And this is like essentially a chip that buffers the clock signals between IMC and DRAM model. So yeah, and it's uses the strain on IMC like during one clock cycle. Essentially, during one clock cycle, the IMC will not be strained, but it will work as a buffer. So it will take some, this client memory clock driver will take some things out of it and streamline it. Essentially, in simple terms, basically CKD will take things out of it and streamline it, and don't put much of a strains on the IMC, which is integrated memory controller. And Patriot was not the first one who did it, but Team Group also did it. And the clock driver is a small chip whose primary focus is to serve as a buffer between memory controller and chips on the memory module. And this isn't a novel idea. Team Group has already implemented in its Elite and Elite Plus lineup, and this is also done in server grade memory modules also. So this is not a new concept, it's just being implemented on the consumer module as of now, which will be nice to see. But yeah, that's it from me today. What do you think about the news? Sound of your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll meet you in the next one. Peace out.